Okay, so we have scale degrees. I already wrote it all on the board because, well, if I didn't, I would just get tongue-tied and then I wouldn't know what to say next and then it would just be a hot mess like all the other videos. So we're gonna do this instead. Yeah, it just works better this way. Okay, so I have these cards made up out of Post-it notes and I laminated them. So clever, Ashley, so clever. So you can have scale degrees. This is just a C major scale. So C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C. And then I assign them numbers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And you can say 8, you can say 1, who cares? Tomato, tomato. It's just C is C, so I just made it 1 again. It's the same relative pitch. So you have, when you give them these numbers, you just need to put it like this little carrot top above it. I don't know why I call it a carrot top. I don't know if that's a technical term for it. That's just what I've been calling it since high school. So not only can you give these pitches numbers, but we're going to assign them terms as well. So the first term is called the tonic. The tonic is the first scale degree in the scale. So that's going to be C. If we were in the key of G, the tonic would be G. If we were in the key of E flat major, the tonic would be E flat, so on and so forth. If we were in the key of zebra, the tonic would be zebra. If we were in the key of Ashley is awesome, the tonic would be Ashley is awesome. Okay, the next is the supertonic. Now, it sounds a little silly, but supertonic is scale degree 2, which in the key of C major is going to be D. And super means above. Just like if you have a superscript, like if you're talking about the date, like it's June 16th, that is a superscript, like June 16th. That's a superscript. It means above. So the second is above the first. So it's a supertonic. The third is called the mediant. The fourth is called the subdominant. And sub means under. And just like how you can have the same thing like in math, you can have like a term that's up here, like an exponent, or you can have something that's down here. I'm not quite sure off the top of my head because math is not something that I majored in. But sub, like a submarine, or a super above, like Superman flies. So the subdominant is below the dominant. The submarine goes below the dominant, which is the fifth scale degree. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, which is G. Now the submediant, well, that doesn't make any sense because we just said the mediant was the third scale degree. So I'm going to set these two aside because we're going to talk about that later. And that's what this green outline is. Because that doesn't make any sense. If the subdominant is 4 and the dominant is 5 and the sub comes before 5, how come the submediant doesn't come before the mediant? We'll see. Now the leading tone. The leading tone leads into the tonic, which is our first scale degree. It can loop back into number 1. So this is a really important tone. It helps kind of resolve tension a lot. So remember, the scale degrees need to have these little carrot tops over top of the numbers that clarifies what that number is. Those numbers aren't anything else but scale degrees. So when we're talking about the submediant and the mediant, and we're talking about the subdominant and the dominant, I can differentiate between the submediant and the mediant because if you're thinking about it, the mediant is in the middle. Well, it's in the middle of the tonic and the dominant. These are my arpeggio notes. C, E, and G. Do, mi, sol. So you see I outlined it. C, it jumps up to mi, which is on 3, the mediant. So tonic, mediant, dominant. So tonic, mediant, dominant. C, E, G, 1, 3, 5. And then the submediant. What is that in the middle of? If it's going to follow the same pattern, it's going to go, instead of 1, 3, 5, it's going to go subdominant, 4, submediant, 6, and then back around to tonic. So tonic, mediant, dominant, subdominant, submediant, tonic. So your two subs are together. Because we're going to Subway, that's going to be a lot of subs. I think if you buy one large sub on Subway app, you get a second foot long sub for free. And I'm not lying. So that's why that submediant's there. And I'm sure you can find other patterns with that as well. That's just what I was taught. Pattern and kind of look at that. And how the 4, 6, 8 or 4, 6, 1 and 1, 3, 5 just kind of loop. Remember, your sub is below, your super is above, sub, marine, super, man. Your scale degrees need a caret top. And remember, these are just like how you can use these in Word. Your superscripts and your, what are they called? Super and subscripts. Yeah, subscripts, superscripts. Yeah, so same thing here. It's just Latin. It's just Latin. Duh. And this can be broken down to any other scale as well. It could be G major, B flat major, it doesn't matter. This is going to be the same for every single scale. And let's wrap. Don't you like my post-it notes?